everybody. My name is Sean Altshuler.
And I'm Tyler Wolf.
And we're co-founders of a watch company based out of Brooklyn, New York called Timepiece. A lot of you are probably wondering, what does a watch brand have to do with peace building? Well, as you might know, peace is like a complex piece of machinery. Thousands of people work every day and dedicate their lives to tackling different challenges. Our role in this process that we call peace is simply reminding people to live in the moment. So we're a little bit different than most traditional watch companies. The main reason being that the primary function of our watches is not to tell you the clock time, but to remind you that the time is always now. Our journey began back in 2009 when our good friend Ian Koslow, the original founder of Timepiece, became interested in the study of consciousness. While reading a book on the subject, Ian had a revelation. If the world's perception of time is responsible for all of the psychological suffering in our lives, and the now is the only moment in which people can actually have an impact on the world they live in, then why not just create watches that remind people to embrace the present moment? When Ian presented the idea to myself and a few of our other friends about creating a watch company that would be aimed at helping people change their perception of time, the rest of us immediately felt its potential and agreed to jump on board. The idea inspired us so much that we actually decided to take some time off from our studies to focus on spreading the message that we truly believed in. As crazy as it sounds, we envisioned it as something that could one day help change the world.
Now, obviously we didn't have much money. We didn't have any business experience whatsoever. We really had no idea what we were doing, but we had to start somewhere. So we came up with the idea to repurpose pre-existing watches by taking them apart and adding the newly created timepiece symbol. We spent days, weeks over each other's homes back in Florida, working out of our parents' living room, just taking apart and creating timepieces. The reaction of the first few watches we made was incredible. So many people wanted them, and they were flying off the shelves, aka our bedrooms and garages, so fast that it was difficult for us to physically keep up with the orders being placed. After our first year, we were able to order multiple lines of manufactured watches that we designed ourselves. We were able to donate to charities we love and support, like Becca's Closet, and create one-of-a-kind pieces for different fundraisers, like breast cancer awareness. In just 3 years, Timepiece managed to spread from our garage in South Florida to over 30 countries on 6 continents. For us, this was not only a good piece of news from a business perspective, but the fact that there were so many positive reactions from people all over the world just shows that there are plenty of individuals out there who are committed to peace and willing to make a difference with simple actions in their own lives.
Now you may be thinking, how could something as simple and as small as a watch or a brand help change the world? How can we be so bold to think that a wearable object can help bring about peace? Well, we believe that change doesn't necessarily have to happen with some big or momentous event. We believe that it's possible to bring about change simply by doing, creating, or sharing something that challenges the little things that we think of as normal in our lives. And that's exactly what Timepiece does. It challenges us to open our minds to the possibilities of what life can bring if we just change the way we look at things. It serves as a constant reminder that we can all collectively create the world we want to live in if we just focus on and embrace what we can do now. Nobody can change the world overnight, but each and every one of us can contribute to peace by changing little things in our lives. So even something as simple as a watch can do just that. In this case, by recalling and reminding us of 4 basic principles that we truly believe can help people not only live in the now, but work together to resolve conflict around the world, expand our consciousness by opening our minds to new possibilities, and create a foundation for peace. And the whole point of us speaking here today and telling our story was so that we can share these principles with each and every one of you. Because even if they inspire or resonate with just one person here, we'll still be happy. Because that'll mean that we've helped that one person question and challenge the little things that we think of as normal, and who knows what that could lead to. Number 1, time is an illusion. The only moment that ever actually exists is right now. The past and the future still exist, but only in the mind. All of our stress, all of our worry, the absence of inner peace that we feel and experience as individuals, it all stems from a lack of presence, from resisting the present moment to focus on the past or future. This is true on a larger scale as well. How many major conflicts are rooted in ancient resentments? How many wars have resulted from miscalculating future actions? The more we live in the moment, the more present we are, the closer we get to effectively working toward and experiencing a peaceful reality. The present is the only moment in which our actions can actually make a difference and have a positive impact on humanity. Number 2, perception creates reality. If we want to open ourselves to the possibility of creating peace on Earth, we must stop looking at things from the same perspective over and over again and start challenging and questioning things we perceive as normal with an open mind. Less than a century ago in the United States, African Americans couldn't sit next to white people on buses. Less than 50 years ago, in many so-called advanced nations, women didn't have the right to vote. Today, we consider these discriminations unacceptable. Injustice still exists, but we fight against it when people start challenging things that were once considered normal. We're all born open-minded, but as we grow older and become conditioned by our surroundings, we become content with the way things are, our fears stop us from exploring, and our spiritual growth and evolution stagnates. If we all want to manifest peace in our lives, whatever that may mean to each of us individually, then maybe it should start with us changing the way we look at the world. Number 3, everything is interconnected. Instead of perceiving the Earth as billions of individuals, what would happen if we viewed it as more of a group of individual cells that collectively made up one giant organism? We can surely understand that an organism with organs that are at war with one another cannot survive. Too often, people strive to be better than the next rather than working together to achieve a common goal. Too often, we focus on what divides us and forget what connects us, what we all have in common. We all share the same present moment. We're all here together right now. And if we're going to work toward creating a more peaceful society for everyone, we have to do it collectively. Number 4, the universe is in alignment. Everything that's ever happened in the history of the universe has led each and every one of us to this very moment. Is it just a coincidence that a little watch company like ours got invited to speak in the peace and watch capital of the world? Once we realize that things tend to unfold as they should and that there's nothing stopping us from creating the world we want to live in, we open ourselves to the infinite possibilities of what the world has to offer. So dream big. Don't put limits on what's possible. Always keep an open mind. Listen and learn from everyone. Allow people to express themselves freely without resistance. Focus more energy on bringing people up than down. Appreciate and acknowledge the beauty and magic in everything and everyone. Never be afraid to be yourself. Put as much energy into what you love as you can. Smile. Help others whenever possible. Have faith in the universe. Believe in yourself. And most importantly, live in the moment. The time for peace is right now. Thank you.